Look at here. Look at that.
What is it?
Oh, it's from the fire. I totally thought that was a crack pipe.
All right, guys, Marcus and James here inside one of our deals.
If you do have any questions about this property, please give us a call. We'd love to show it to you.
Okay, guys, this is a lead that we picked up a good grief, a couple days ago, I believe, and somehow it went through our whole system. We actually got this property under contract, even though it's not a deal. And I think the property is actually in way worse shape than what the seller was telling us about. So I actually came by to look at it, to put a budget together and to see if it was going to work. And the fire damage is extensive. So the ARV on this property is at best is $50,000. So you can't buy a house super cheap and put $50,000 into it and do anything with it, obviously. Yeah, those. Now I have done some burnouts, but let's say trying to get some guidelines for you. The house has got to be worth over $100,000.
Yeah.
So I've done one in Raytown. It was a complete gut job. We had to go in, replace some of the studs because they were burnt so bad, and then you have to paint the entire inside of the house, the studs, because when you put sheetrock back on it and you don't paint it, it'll always smell like smoke.
Oh, interesting.
So
what's this house worth? Is that?
This house fixed up is worth $55,000.
Yeah.
Off the top, 50 to 50. Let's just say 50 to 60K.
Yeah.
So there's just nothing you can do with it. Now, if we could get the insurance check that guy got,
That'd be a different story, yeah.
that would help compensate that. But
So what am I supposed to determine a house worth? Is that on Podio?
let's just put it in the hood, no burnouts.
Yeah, I mean I can handle that. You just said.
You're gonna know. So this would be a property that I would drive by and be like, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he didn't communicate.
If you look on Podio, it says like burnt.
He said, okay.
You can see it. Well, actually, I don't know if it's in the picture. But,
So there's different levels of burnt too. So there could have been a small kitchen fire where, maybe just part of the cabinets were damaged.
well, then what's this mean? What?
The city came and boarded it up. So it's probably on the dangerous building list, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
It just means it's on the city has flagged it. It may be scheduled for demo, who knows? Yeah, you could tell at one time this was a nice home. Yeah, so the rehab on this property, I tell you what, let's just go upstairs real quick. I bet you it's more than 50K.
Yeah. Well, you walk up there. I didn't go very far because I didn't want it to fall in. Can all three of us?
Yeah, it's just gone. You see where the fire started? I don't know, I'm not really a fire expert, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't been trained on that yet.
Yeah. Well, that's where they chopped a hole in the roof.
Oh, with the hose?
When the fire department came to put the fire out,
Yeah.
they'll chop holes in the roof just to gain access to help extinguish it. So this is probably $75,000 to $100,000 worth of damage done to this house. But something very interesting I wanted to shoot and show you guys is the wiring system in here. And I don't know what caused the fire, but this very well could have been something to avoid in investment properties. This is called knob and tube, and it's what they used to put back in the early 1900s, all the way up to mid 1950s-ish. And it's actually very dangerous. It's not up to code. And in any property that you buy from us, if it does have this in it, then we rewire the entire house, just so it's up to code. So anything that you buy from us is going to have upgraded electrical, upgraded can on the outside, upgraded electrical box on the inside. And so this is something to avoid. Huge fire hazard, very risky, and can literally burn your investment property down. So something to avoid.
It's up there.
Oh, it's through the entire house.
That looks like where,
That's where
it started, right?
That's how they wired the entire house, with knob and tube. What happens a lot of times too is everything is electronic today. So we've got all of our TVs and all of our appliances and all of our doodads and everything is plugged in, and these old systems just cannot handle it, and they overheat and they will cause a fire. So this isn't a deal, but it's a good learning lesson. Yeah, so rule of thumb, I would, to me this is a drive-by no-go.
Yeah.
Just so you know.